10 years ago, we started Transform. And as you know, I'm an orthopedic surgeon and specialize in sports medicine. The way we combine these two specialties through regenerative medicine and part of the preventive medicine and one of the excellence center of excellence, we call it today. We've been awarded by many faculties as a center of excellence in this country. We have, going back is about 25 years of practice, done more than 10,000 surgeries and treated 200,000 patients. We are the pioneers in taking care of some of the World Cups, tournaments, rugby sevens, FIFA World Cups. So we are deeply into sports, and that's where we identified the uniqueness of sports and what's the demand today people have in terms of injuries. You know, prevention is better, as we know, but if injury is inevitable, everybody can have it. But what's the best way of treating them? You know, not to have any injuries again. That is where we come in. We are surgeons. Anytime we can fix any joints, but more than that, we are into stem cells. We are into nuclear resonance medicine. We are into regenerative medicine. We together call. Plus, we have a rehab center and a fitness center. As you know, the lot of professional sports, I'm talking about the sports as a whole, it doesn't matter football, rugby, tennis, and boxing. We have treated more than 2,000 top players around the world in this facility, and we've been known as the sports, hub. If you want to have a regeneration to be done, and if you want the best rehab or best surgeons, we've been catering that for the last 10 years. Having said this, the demand today is a combination of the practice along with the normal people who are suffering, like weekend warriors coming into us, a runner or a cyclist coming. So there's a lot of overuse injuries where we are now concentrating heavily on that through what we call the genetic sports. So we are the first one to get into sports genetics, genetic scanning, epigenetics, genetic engineering, all that we do to make sure that some of the hidden factors can be rectified if you know the right proper diagnosis. That's exactly what we are trying to do now, which is a greater value, and we could treat more than about 5,000 patients through this technology. And I would believe that this is going to be the future, to know your body, to know your mind through genes, what you're composed of. That's very interesting to me, my colleagues, and we are composed of surgeons, scientists, sports science, rehab, and you name it, dietitians, mental fitness, all that combination. Any players, for example, are comfortable to come to us, and they know we wouldn't say we can fix 100%, but at least a 90 to 95% good results, they can get it from us. So that attracts us all over the world, and that's where we are today. Claim, as the name mentioned, claim is the biggest challenge for us as business people. Also, we not only have one center now, we have multiple centers in Dubai, and we are going to have many centers across the world. That means we have to take care of the people who has insurance coming to us. We try to do the best through the insurance. Some of the things are not covered, some of the things are covered. So we are lucky because about 45% of our population is, cash patients, then 55 is insurance. And insurance is getting bigger and bigger. Now, over the years, I've been practicing, as I said, in Dubai for the last 20 years, going to be next year. So I've gone through the building up of hospitals. Some of the hospitals we used to cater, say, 30,000 patients in a year, which is a huge amount. And those hospitals still has about 80% or 90% of insurance. And we always have a problem in claiming that because it's not one-sided. They have a lot of, CPT codes. We have so many other factors for them to comply with the clinics and physiotherapists and practice as a whole. So when we heard about claim, we were so excited because that is making us the business structure of a company much easier. Number one, we don't have to wait for long time to gain the money. The expense of this clinic or any center can be daily. It cannot be monthly, and we can pay somebody outsourcing guys after 2 months. We cannot. We have to do it every month. And how do we do it? And the insurance always take 3 months, 6 months to get the money back to us. So there should be a roll-on money happening in a big structure like us. And that's why claim came in, and when we sat with them and discussed many aspects, it was so interesting to us. And today I can tell you, making us so easy to practice, to implement things in the right place, not to worry much about the insurance, money and claims coming back to us, because they're doing more than half the job. So it's incredible. I really purely support that. As I said, claim is quite easy paperwork. Number one, what we have to do is my front office people put the coding correct, everything. They try to get into the insurance, and claim people try to analyze what is gone, what is not gone, what has to be modified. They will advise us, and in the end of the day, it can be made easy, and they're doing the wonderful job. Compared to what we have as the bank facilities or anything, they don't know medical side, right? Somebody has to know the medical side to understand how this claim is done, and that is where they are getting more expertise in the field of this particular claiming factor. I mean, as I said, it's for us is volume is going to increase because we are getting another 25 surgeons on board. So the claims are going to be bigger and bigger. And as I was telling in the beginning, is that we're going to franchise many places. So all these places we are going, they already have insurance. So it's coming back to the same question, where we have to tie up. Should we go to a private agency? Should we go to another one which is expertise in medical field? I would definitely say claim should be the place to go. I mean, one word is excellent, because my finance team doesn't have much headache now. End of the day, we know what is coming in approximately, and towards the end they can do the cash flow. They can do the overhead correctly, more or less correctly. And if there is any hiccups, what we do is we sit with the claim people. One of the things I noticed that whenever we call them, they're responding straight away. So they're ready to come in and discuss with us, spend some few hours and try to understand both sides. So that's it. That's an excellent job. Right, less headache. Otherwise, we have, as owners, we always have say the business of millions, and we always a finance team coming to us and asking, hey doc, there's a short of this money, short of that money, we have to claim few millions. So that headache is the main thing. See, we are practitioners, end of the day. I'm a clinician, I'm a surgeon. So I need to be free from all this, even though we have a structure properly placed for finance. But we always say it's much easy now, less headache, and no more gray hairs, hopefully. See, this is a new experience for us.
How likely would you recommend?
Yeah, I mean, this is a new experience for us. As you know, we just recently started with you, and few months now. We're getting more confident in experiencing ourselves, because without our experience, we cannot recommend this to anyone.
Absolutely.
And then we started having a lot of, inter-referral clinics, hospitals coming into picture. So we always mention that, there's always a question, how do you manage such a great facility without any hiccups, For example, we don't have loans. We are a debt-free company.
Yeah.
So how do we run it? We need a cash flow coming in every now and then. So we say, this is the best way. And always I tell them, try them. I'm not saying I force anybody, no. I just try them. And, most of the time they believe what we say, because We are one of the leading, factor in industry of sports and sports medicine. So they always listen to us, and they're taking good points. And hopefully, in the future, you'll be surprised that you might get more of links, because, as I said, we are not only working in this region, we are working in different parts of the world, especially Africa, Asia.
Yeah.
So you might say, okay, there are so many other factors coming in to other African countries where there are increasing number of insurance clients are, so much so that they might be definitely get benefited if you can reach them or they can reach you. That's what I say.
All right, Dr. John, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.